Welcome back to the program. The Nigerian Stock Exchange is hosting the biggest gathering of stakeholders and top government officials on Thursday this week to deliberate on the sovereign green bonds being promoted by the Ministry of Environment. Special guests at the summit include the acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and the governors of Lagos, Akinwumi Ambode, and his Ogun State counterpart, Ibikunle Amoso. Joining us to chat to the upcoming event and the level of what to expect from the chief host, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, is the exchange executive director in charge of capital markets, Jalo Waziri. He's live to us now via Skype from the city's central business district. A good afternoon to you, sir, and thanks for coming through on the program.
Good afternoon, Boston.
Now, this Thursday event looks like a real big one for the NSE. What can you tell us about this government and market stakeholders coming together for these sovereign green bonds?
So, as you know, this is the first time in Africa that a sovereign is actually issuing a green bond. And we thought that this product being a new one to our environment, we needed to put all stakeholders together and then have a discussion around what it will look like, what the portfolios will look like, how it will, pan out, and all of the things that are necessary for investors to understand how to invest in green bonds. So primarily, that is what we're trying to do on Thursday.
Well, the stock exchange was the first port of call, as it were, where the Honorable Minister in charge of Environment, Amina Mohammed, visited last year to open up this conversation. She rang the closing, she did the closing gong for the market. Over that time, between now and then, what has taken place as far as progress about this bond is all about?
So since her visit sometime last year, when we asked her to come and close the market, that was when we presented to her a proposal as to how we think that a green bond can be facilitated in Nigeria. And funny enough, she wasn't the first person who actually gave that proposal, but we were pleasantly surprised at the speed at which she took it and made sure that today we're about to launch the first green bond in Nigeria, which is going to be in March. So all of what we've done is there has been an advisory committee that has been set up to help facilitate, to bring this bond into fruition, including the DMO, Federal Ministry of Finance, within her ministry as well. As you know, the clearinghouse for green bonds subsequently will be the Ministry of Environment because of the nature of the work that they do, based on the CCP and COTs that they've all signed under the United Nations program. So we were very happy about the speed at which she's taking it, and our target time for the first launch would be most likely March. And not to forget to mention that DMO itself has worked very hard with us to ensure that we are where we are today regarding the green bond.
This is really big for the Nigerian Stock Exchange, isn't it? This could be a game changer for you and your market, isn't it?
Certainly, there is something close to $6 trillion sitting in asset under management, particularly targeted towards green bonds. And to be honest, we think that it's about time that we had this in our market. Secondly, we think that the portfolio of investments that subsequently would be put together for the bonds would actually help reduce emission, which is primarily what the green bonds are. So we are very happy that we're pioneers in this, and we're very happy that we're working with the right partners in the Ministry of Environment.
Most of the partners and those that will be coming on the technical side of things, Mr. Waziri, are the investment banks, the structured finance people, experts within your market. Some of them are dealing firms on the stock exchange. They are those you work with when you're offering new shares, IPOs, and whatever in the market. What's their sentiment towards what is going to happen on Thursday?
Well, so far, we've got some very strong interest from all of the segments that you mentioned. Strong interest from, the PFAs, who are the biggest portfolio owners today in Nigeria. We have the insurance companies. We have typical asset managers and fund managers. We have the sell side, which is the broker-dealer community, as well as even the issuing houses, because this is supposed to open up, a window for not just sovereigns to actually issue green bonds, but subnationals as well as corporates. So, we have corporates who want to, have projects that are green in nature and want to tap into this market, because typically green bonds are a lot cheaper in terms of pricing for corporates. So it's a window that has unlimited, opportunities for everyone in the market, and everybody's excited. Certainly, we're hoping that come that day, we won't have an overspill in terms of attendance on that day.
Yes, and that's what I'm looking at, the size of that building and those that you're going to have, the acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, 2 state governors, at least by the last count. Lagos and Ogun State said they'll be there. I'm sure you have at least 2 or 3 ministers. Then you have the top heads of some relevant government agencies like the DMO in there. So it looks like you have your house full for Thursday. But again, talking from the government side of this conversation, how much have you heard in your discussions that looks like, look, this government, this administration is very keen, is bent to see this climate change kind of security succeed in Nigerian market?
You know, to be honest, we have a very strong Minister of Environment who is driving all of the initiatives that Nigeria has been signatory to, and also her Minister of State who is working side by side with her. I think she's shown us significantly that green is not just green is actually money. It's not what I call CSR. So we're happy that they're going in that direction, especially around Ogoni cleanup and all of the afforestation programs that they have. And even if you look at the first portfolio of that they have for the first tranche of the green bond, they have a very strong pipeline for things that actually go out there and really reduce emission in the country, and that's what we think we should be looking at.
Thank you very much, and we hope all things go green on Thursday. The green, white, green is the national flag, so we're going green. We're already in tune with the environment, aren't we? And of course, the Nigerian Stock Exchange is also green, going by your corporate color, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and we're all green to go. And like we
we're
said,
all green to go.
Nigeria has green flags. So
green means go. Green means go. Thank you very much, Jallow Waziri, and see you on Thursday. Executive Director in charge of capital markets at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, or ahead of that grand event in Lagos here on Thursday. Meantime, analysts at the investment and securities firm FBNQuest has rated large cap brewer Nigerian breweries underperform and says its estimates of the brewing giant is under review. This comes less than 24 hours after the oldest brewing company in Nigeria post annualized sales growth of 15%, but pre-tax and net profit suffered around 30%. FBNQuest analysts say visible slowdown in consumer discretionary spending, foreign exchange liquidity, and a significantly weaker naira last year have put pressure on Nigerian breweries' gross earnings. The brewer is, however, paying a cash dividend totaling 358 kobo for the year ended December 2016. That same numbers from Nigerian breweries, according to Exotic Partners, has been described as satisfactory in their view. And that's about all for today. We thank you for watching, and I'll see you again